Hello everyone, here's a video on the new function for the calibration data. So if you have a new order that comes in, simply go to save and then click here, make base project from the order. So once you click there, the system will take you to another screen that looks like this. And in here, you will see that you can save the calibration data. So to find the calibration data, you can either get it from when the tools are busy decoding the files, sometimes the calibration information is in there. So for this specific example that I'm showing you, it's a Denso ECU. So I found the calibration data in HXD, and it's normally also visible in the data bank. Here's the example of a EDC17, and I normally search for those two forward slashes, and then I also find the calibration data for this specific ECU. So depending on which ECU you have, you can find the calibration data. So going back to this example, I just take calibration data there, I copy it, and I save it into the calibration number field. So if you'll see, if I go back to the order now and I restart the order, the system will now automatically detect that this file has that calibration information saved to it. So the advantages of that is that specific ECU is a Denso ECU and it cannot open in you see, so now if I ever get a new order on this specific calibration number, it will be displayed to me. And what I can now do is if I open up this base project, I can click search calibration number in project. So what I can do is I can open up my WInOLs. And then in my WInOLs, I can search for all the Nissan Navara 2.5 engines, okay? And then all I do is I take, sorry. Okay, so now I have this whole list of 2.5s. Go shift. I click export selected list into Excel. So I click that and I say, this is an example 2. Okay, and then back into the server, I can say search calibration products. It's going to ask me for an Excel file. So I'll just select that file. The only field that you have to have in that file is this file field. So just make sure that that's visible when you export it. And then if you go here, you select that and you click open. So now what the database will do is, or what the program is going to do is it's going to go and mark all those projects that I just uploaded, and it will search if that calibration file number is in those projects. So it will now go back and fix basically all the projects and add in the calibration data into all the projects that I just asked it to search. So here's an example after the database has been marked. Unfortunately, for this specific calibration number, I only have one project to add. But here, for example, is a VW Amarok. And you'll see it's basically going to mark all the projects in the database with that calibration number. So another advantage of this is on some of the MD1 ECUs, if WInOLs won't identify some of the matches, but if you add in the calibration data, then you can search according to the calibration data and you'll find matches to copy changes between different projects that you didn't know you had.